All right, hey everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of the Create podcast. Today we're just going to dive into a little bit more about content and what forms of content you need to use, what do you want to post, and if there's ever a day where you guys have brain farts where, basically you don't know what to post and what to say, and you have this urgency that you want to post every single day just because you understand that posting content every single day will help you create that following, create that community that you need for your service or business, or you just want to get that next client, but you don't know what to say. So we've been discussing, and I personally believe, and we're kind of on the same page, that organic reach is the best form of content to where post anything you want to do. Whereas if you feel like it's something bad, it could still have a value to someone, and that person can actually use that and relate to it. And that's what we feel that is going to be a strong suit for us, because right now we're trying to divide 2 forms of content. The first one will be for YouTube, which is going to be mainly based on informational side, to where if you guys have any questions, the YouTube is going to be the answer. Anything that's a problem, there's going to be a fix. That's what we're going to do on that YouTube side. On TikTok, it's going to be more for relationship building, more anything that's relating to you guys.
To kind of like piggyback off of what he's saying is like my idea when we were first discussing this, like over there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some tables over there. My point was that there's a variety of content that you should be creating, but of course that we should be creating as well. But my point is more about each different social channel needs to have its own purpose and its own style of content. For example, we wouldn't be posting like memes, we wouldn't be posting behind the scenes stuff on, say, something like LinkedIn, because the whole vibe of LinkedIn is strictly professional. It's meant for professionals. That's why you see people on their profile photos with suits and job opportunities and company culture and stuff like that. But you would talk about memes, different like super casual stuff on TikTok, because that's the vibe. That's just how the social channel is structured around. So what I'm saying is that it's great to make different kinds of content. It's important to make different kinds of content, but you have to know who your audience and where you're gonna be posting that content. So that was basically my point of the whole idea. And yes, organic content is extremely important, and that's why we're trying to be organic as possible. And now, I guess with this whole conversation that we were discussing, it's even more important for us to be even more organic about it, more casual. I guess a great adjective would be even unfiltered, where the content that we make has as little edits as possible. We're trying to cut out as little bit as possible because that's more authentic. And authentic equals relatable. And the more relatable you are, the stronger the connection between you and your audience. So that's what we're going for on our content.
Absolutely. I mean, it's proven, it's shown. You guys can check too on TikTok.
I would show you guys right now if my phone had internet connection.
I think I have internet connection. We can check it out. We'll see.
So what he's saying is that we did like a small little test where I posted a TikTok video where I talk about, I forgot what it was, like content collection?
Contact lists.
Contact list, yeah. And it did really well. It was over 1,000 views on TikTok. But the thing is that we posted a blooper reel of the video that we made last time, and I think just in a few days that video has over 700 views.
Right, so it's shown right here. His contact list was posted back on June 28th, and it's hitting 1,000. The other blooper one was posted last night, actually, a day ago, and it's already hitting up to 720, which is kind of like proving that organic reach, organic content, just being yourself actually helps out, because it's not putting that pressure on yourself to where you will have days to where you don't know what you want to post, but just, sitting down, putting that camera in front and just talking to your business partner, talking to your buddy, and you can get content out of it too. We could even make a YouTube video long based. You chop it down, you get small little TikTok videos right there, and you can have, let's say you do a 10-minute video, you could chop it down to where you have 10 small 10 seconds or 30-second videos for your TikTok, and you have backed up ready to go, so you can post every single day. You can even put that on Instagram stories. You could put it on, now they have TikTok stories and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of endless opportunities for your content.
I guess it was a little harder for me to kind of jump on board on the whole idea of super authentic, super relatable content, because I come from a background of more posting content on YouTube and Facebook, specifically purpose of like B2B content marketing. And when it comes down to that, you want to be a little bit more professional, you want to be a little bit more structured, and you want to look presentable on these kind of videos. So if you look at my past videos on my personal YouTube channel, you would see that I have specifically set up like a background where it looks a little bit nicer. I have lighting where it looks a little bit nicer. And there's nothing wrong with all that structuring and all that, like all these different things, because we're kind of doing the same thing here. If you saw our last video, it's a huge jump in quality just from this camera that we're using right now, from using our laptop. There's nothing wrong with that. But the idea is where you kind of just have to have the mentality where there's going to be times where you can post different kinds of content where you just whip out your phone, just do a quick video on your phone, and that nowadays is not just enough, but it's sometimes better than taking out a DSLR, Nikon, Canon, Rebel camera, and you look super fancy with that camera. But we're moving into that era where I'd say that content created on an iPhone or an Android device is gonna be far superior to studio level quality content.
It's gonna be the norm.
It's gonna be the norm. Mm-hmm. Of course, it has its purpose. If we look at the majority of YouTube videos from these high-end content creators, a lot of their videos are professional studio level quality production content. But if we look at the TikTok, it's super casual, filmed on the front camera of your iPhone, and it has its place. So
yeah, definitely. And exactly what he's saying, it's just basically based on where you want to post on that platform. You have to understand the platforms, and what he was saying as well. You don't want to do fun stuff on LinkedIn as opposed to, you do want to do serious stuff on TikTok, but more relatable stuff as well. So it's more understanding each platform, and we can get to that on a different video to where we can break down exactly what demographic you want to go for on that platform, what type of video you want to do, what type of content you want to do for that, and the style as well too, where if you want to do more vlog style, or if you want to do a podcast style, or if you want to do like a simple TikTok style where it's just, you know, hand up right here recording yourself type of deal. So I guess we could do that for podcast 3.
Yeah, there's actually, just from this one episode alone, I think we both have come up with different ideas on how we're going to be moving forward and what other kind of topics we're going to be discussing. Because one of the things I actually want to talk about, and I'll probably touch on it really quickly right now, is that it's okay if you don't know what kind of content you want to post. What matters at the very beginning stages of your content journey is quantity over quality, I would say. And Gary Vee has actually touched on this before, because a lot of times people get so worked up on what they're going to be talking about, the quality of the content. They go out and invest thousands of dollars on cameras when literally just using your phone is going to be sufficient. And the idea is that you're not going to be that good in front of the camera anyways in the first couple videos that you make. So you want to knock out as many videos as possible, as many topics as possible to begin with, when you don't have that many eyes on you. And then over time you'll get better. You'll feel a lot more comfortable in front of the camera, and then you'll know exactly what to talk about. So we'll dive deeper into that. I know I kind of
rambled on about it. It's perfect, yeah, because it's more documenting yourself, and it depends on what type of service you want to do or the company that you have. Maybe documenting will amp up and boost up your, clientele. Maybe a lot of people would love having that person that is more down to earth, I would say. I would trust that person a lot more than I guess, how could we call it, to be very nice, more of a tight end type of deal. Yeah. That's just my process. That's my thought process. So if, let's say you have a brain fart on a perfect example with car detailing, because I love detailing my car. It's what I like to do on my free time. So if you have, a car detailing business that you want to start up with, and you have, a couple of contents what's the best chemical you want to use for the tires and the wheels? It's not called rims, it's wheels. Anyways, or what's the best clay bar to use, or all that good stuff. And if you have like a day where it's like, you know, I already talked about chemical guys, I already talked about this and that, I don't know what else to talk about, just do a video of you actually detailing it, and or vacuuming, or any like small things, to where it's, you drive up to the client, you wash their car, you do a little soapy video, you wash it off, and that's a simple video right there. You don't have to basically talk, but it's just, as long as you record, you have a little music in the background, it's like a day-to-day type of deal, like your daily routine style.
Mm-hmm.
That's content in itself right there. You could even talk about, let's say another thing could be, you wanted to try out a different rag or something, or things that you think about on that day of like, oh, maybe this would be a great idea. Someone else might have that same idea as well, and if you post that content for them, they would appreciate it and enjoy it too, and they'll probably give you that like and subscribe or follow. That's an idea.
So definitely, I will say also that a lot of the times when creating content, it's not so much about creating new and original content. It's more about creating content circled around your opinion and your thoughts.
Yep.
To kind of expand upon that is like a great thing that you can do when trying to figure out what kind of content to post is look at your competitors. What kind of content are your competitors posting? So for example, to go off of that example of car detailers, there's a lot of car detailers that are creating content on TikTok, because I get them on my For You page all the time. You can see what kind of content they're posting, what kind of videos they're posting. Maybe they're talking about their top 3 soaps to use on their car. Maybe you have your own opinions on what are the top 3. So you can use that same format, the same topic, and make a video about that. Maybe there's people that are talking about like what kind of rags, or like the 2-bucket method versus whatever else. If you want to go to a self-service car wash, you can talk about your opinion on that. You can also answer questions. So there's people out there that have questions about different things. You can give your professional advice on that kind of stuff. And to leverage, again, your competitors, you can go on your competitors' content producing platforms and see what kind of comments they're getting on their content. Touch off of that.
Yeah.
So it kind of just circles around all of that as well.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, it's, don't overthink, but it's like, why reinvent the wheel when it's already been made? So if you see that person doing it, and if it's working for them, and if you have a day where you don't know what you're doing, I'm not saying copy completely, but make it like a template. You know, if he has that great idea and it's something working, it might work for you too. And just don't fully don't copy all the way.
Don't fully copy, but at the same time, don't feel bad about using other people's work for inspiration.
Templates.
A great way to think about it is look at Thomas Edison. He literally ripped off the ideas of Tesla and a couple other people. He profited off of it. Mm-hmm. That's probably a bad example, but that's the idea. Just use other people for inspiration as templates, and then make it your own.
That's a great way to say it. Just inspiration. Just talk about inspiration. Don't copy 100% every single word for word. And don't do it like in high school where you just switch one word up and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
It's a template that you were inspired. That's it. That's how you can get away with it. How to get away with content. We'll wrap it up. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in on us today. We will have the next podcast whenever we have it. I'm not going to set a day because I'm not going to hold myself accountable for it.
No, we need to hold ourselves accountable to it. I will say that maybe we won't have a specific structured day yet, because there's a lot of things happening in both of our personal lives that sometimes need to take priority. But we are trying to commit to at least 2 videos / podcasts a week.
Every single time.
So when those come out, we don't know yet. We don't have a posting schedule yet. But at least 2 a week.
Yeah. We'll post 2 videos every time of a week.
And again, we're always going to be available for a conversation. So if you have any comments, by all means, follow us on Twitter, on TikTok. We're going to be on Instagram, a lot more active on social media. And there's also our personal social media as well that are going to be building up. So if you want to contact us directly, by all means, please
hit us up. Yeah, absolutely.
Hit us up. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Till next
Bye,
time.
guys. Thank you.